Hey guys, thank you for coming to my Facebook party. I just wanted to share with you some of our brand new releases that I just received, and these are some of my favorites. So first we have That's Not My Cow. It's the newest addition to the best-selling Touchy Feely series. There's over 30 books in this series, and the babies and toddlers just love them. So it says, that's not my cow. Its nose is too rough. And I can feel the little touchy-feely patch that goes with the description of that page. So that's not my cow. Its ears are too soft, so it repeats itself. It's great for little ones to listen to, or even older kids to read aloud to the younger ones. It has a great color contrast, so that they're all outlined in black, so even newborns straight home from the hospital can actually focus in on these images because of the color contrast. And they always end with, that's my, whatever the subject is, that's my cow, its tail is so fluffy. And they can feel all the little parts. The other new one is That's Not My Meerkat in this series. And these are just so cute, definite favorites for babies and toddlers. Our next one for the little ones is Baby's Very First Slide and See Under the Sea. This one, as you can see, has very vivid colors, engaging, and it's interactive. So that's really fun for the little ones to see. It also has little holes and finger trails for textures. This is a great little tactile book, very simple text, so more of a visual book. And that's Baby's Very First Slide and See Under the Sea. Next we have these new stroller books for the babies. These are super cute, bright colors. This one's about animals. It has rounded corners so they can't poke themselves. Really simple books, high contrast colors. Also, they have little finger trails here and holes that the babies can feel. They have this great strap here. It's kind of elastic, and it also Velcro so it can come off and you can clean it if it gets all dirty and drooly. You can hook it onto car seats, strollers, high chairs, shopping carts. They can entertain themselves for a little while. And next we have the very cool and popular Muddle and Match. This is part of a series. There's 3 other ones, and this is the brand new one is the Monsters. And what's cool about these is that they have these cute little monsters, and you can mix up the 3 different flaps to make different monsters. And then they also have stories on the other page. So it says, Marvin the Magnificent Monster makes mighty milkshakes for his massive mates at the Moonlit Mega Monster Mansion. So it has great alliteration and sounds for sound repetition for learning language. And also when you mix up the monster pictures, it makes a different story. So there's so many different combinations of monsters and stories that you can make. And this is guaranteed to be one of the favorites, really fun, interactive book. So next is one of my favorite new releases, the Big Book of Colors. It's really beautiful, bright colors and illustrations, great, sturdy cardstock pages. And it starts off with simple mixing colors. We've got a real color wheel here. And then it goes on to each color, but it describes so many different color vocabulary. It has little expressions. Feeling blue means feeling sad. It says little facts about the colors. It's got cornflower blue, common blue, sky blue, and just great colorful images for even the little ones to look at who are just starting to learn their colors, or for older kids who want to kind of learn the vocabulary of all the different colors. We've got some more about mixing colors here, a little bit more in depth about mixing colors. And then this is a really cool page about color changing. So we have this page here that flips over and shows how colors actually mix and change when they are on top of the other colors. That's a really fun visual. And then it ends with the moods and meanings, different feelings, meanings, and moods associated with the different colors. We've got green-eyed monster, once in a blue moon, in the pink, stuff like that, is associated with those colors. So this is just a really fun, beautiful book about colors. Next we have the newest in our Phonics Readers series. These are great for kids who are learning how to read, and also great for reading aloud to the little children. They're fun stories with great, beautiful, vivid colors and illustrations. They're silly stories. This one is about this little raccoon who goes to the moon. So it always has, each book has this simple rhyming text in a phonics repetition, and it's designed to develop essential language and early reading skills. So this one focuses on the oo sound, and this little raccoon goes to the moon, but his friends don't believe him. They're like, yeah, right, you're not going to go to the moon. So he crash lands on the moon, finds this cute little alien named Zach who helps him fix his ship, and then he hops on the ship with him and goes home with them. So then when he gets home, he can kind of prove to his friends that he did go to the moon. So they're simple, silly stories, but the great part is the rhyming and the phonics. And then at the end of each of our phonics readers, it has parental guidance, little notes for helping your child learn how to read using the phonics readers. Next, we have this sweet little book called I Love You Animally. This is a great bedtime book and great for the animal lovers. It says, I love you hugely like a whale. I love you shyly like a quail. And it has just really muted, simple pictures, so it's not overstimulating for bedtime. Simple text. It repeats itself, uses these adverbs, goes through the animal kingdom and just describes how they love them like that animal. We have, I love you fiercely like a bear. I love you exceedingly like a giraffe. And then it ends with, I love you birdily, buggily, animally. I love you so, for you are my family. And what's also great about this book, it has these really thick pages. They're not just regular paper. If you're familiar with our I'm a Dirty Dinosaur, this is really cool. Has the same similar pages, so that if your little one's a little more rough on their books, that these pages don't rip as easily. Next we have Secrets of the Winter. It's the brand new addition to our Shine a Light series, and we also have on the construction site that is added to the series as well. So if you're familiar with these, you know how cool they are. So it says this, or what happens outside in the winter, shine a light to see. So you just start the story just like any other story. It says, in the fall, many trees lose their leaves. Can you see who is sleeping here? And when you just are looking at the book, you don't see anything. And then when you shine a light behind the page, my little assistant help me out here, you can see, if you can see that little, hold it up a little bit, little image appears on each page when you shine a light behind it, and kids just think these are so magical and mesmerizing. I'll show you one more here. It says, snow is falling. Look closely at the flakes you can see. And when you shine the light behind it, the little snowflakes appear. And there'll be one more post about this later because these ones are just so cool. I think they deserve their own special post. Next we have Castles. It's the newest addition to our nonfiction beginner readers. Usborne does really great nonfiction books, and then these are for the beginner readers. They're full of great pictures and little bits of information, so they can read them on their own. And there's over 40 books in this series, and they end with a little glossary of words about that book and websites to link to that book that are recommended if they want to continue learning about that specific subject. So this one is who lived in a castle, what was it like? They can learn that kind of stuff in this book. I love to take these along in the car. They're so just small and have just so much great information on them. They're only $4.99, so these are a great one to stock up on for probably about ages 5 and up. Next we have our newest addition to the Look Inside books. It's Look Inside Food, and I think this one is so cool. It's great for kids to understand where food comes from, what's in it, how it affects your body, and this is an interactive book. It has all these little flaps. It goes from let's see, how grains are grown, fruits and veggies, and then each page still has these little flaps on every page here, just to learn about more and more and more information as you lift each flap. Food from animals, let's see, the food from under the sea, sweet things. Here's my favorite flap, how chocolate is made, and then it ends with why do we eat? So it just goes through each food groups and tells about how the food affects your body, and I just think it's a really important concept for kids to understand and learn about, and this is a fun, interactive way to do it. And this is the Look Inside Food with the flap book. And next we have a chapter book. This is the newest addition to the Billy B. Brown series. There's over 15 books in this series. This is a beginner chapter book, probably for kindergarten through 2nd grade. It has very large words, probably about 50 words on each page, and little images on probably every other page. What's fun about these for the little ones is they can sit down and read them themselves and just feel very accomplished that they read through an entire chapter book. And these are about this cute little spunky girl named Billy B. Has a lot of great life lessons, deals with emotions. This one says, Billy's class used to swim in the little pool, but this year they're moving to the big one. Will Billy be too scared to swim in the deep end? So it just goes along with kind of conquering her fears. So those are great little chapter books for the younger kids. And finally, we have this really cool My First Story Writing book, and this is an actual write-in book. They can write inside of it. It helps them create their own stories. This is for beginners who want to write their own stories but don't know where to start. It starts with easy word games. It has character building, little doodling. Helps them with descriptions and plots and settings, and then it just builds up throughout the book to leads to them writing their very own short story. So that's great for imagination and creativity, and also writing skills. And we also, this is for 6 and up. We also have brand new ones called Write Your Own Storybook and Write Your Own Adventure Story, and those are for 10 and up. And those are kind of the same concept, just a little bit more advanced. So that is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed those.